Schwartz's smirk was as unwelcome to me at that moment as an uncle and drag at a christening. Schwartz ambled over to the driver's side of the squad car and greeted the officer. Apparently he knew every cop on the force by name, since he said, "It's okay, Larry, she's with me." "That's what she tells me," Larry said. "Do you want me to call for a tow?" Schwartz shook his head. "That won't be necessary. I thought this might happen, so I brought a chain. I'll pull her out."
A 67-year-old Amish man was convicted of hate crimes against his fellow Amish. Samuel Mullet encouraged a group of young men to cut the hair and beards of Amish men and women who challenged his authority in an Amish community in Bergholz, Ohio. Mullet was sentenced to 15 years in jail, and the 15 members of Mullet's group were awarded 1 to 7-year jail sentences for conspiracy and hate crimes. Mark Potok, one of the prosecutors, was very pleased with the outcome of the trial. He was quoted as saying, "The case reflects a willingness of the government to go after hate criminals in a very heavy way." A recent article by Forbes magazine listing the richest pastors in Brazil has led to criticism of evangelical leaders in that country. Some have spoken out against Forbes for revealing the private financial information of individuals to the public. They also accuse the magazine of portraying religion as a profitable business. Silas Malafia, president of Victory in Christ Assembly of God, is one of the pastors who made the list and has promised to sue the magazine. He claims that the report is highly inaccurate and says that his real assets are less than half those printed by the magazine. Forbes alleges that it obtained the information from Brazil's Public Ministry of the Union and federal police. Malafia is quoted on his church website as saying this about Forbes resources: "To claim that my income information was given by the Public Ministry of Brazil and federal police is a serious affront to these institutions because they do not have legal authority to provide this kind of information." Dr. Ucil Santana, the president of the Brazilian Association of Evangelical Jurists, has also expressed concern that the pastor's banking and tax information be made public. The report on Malafia claims that his assets were roughly $150 million. He was third on the list of 5 wealthiest ministers in Brazil. Edir Macedo was number 1 on the list, with assets allegedly totaling around $950 million. According to a conservative Hindu group called Hindu Jagruti Samati, Valentine's Day and other Western traditions can lead to sexual assault in India. Manju Solaki, a state convener for the HJS, said that the Bharatiya youth is turning towards indulgence by blindly following Westerners. It has been noticed that the sale of contraceptives peaks on Valentine's Day in cities such as Mumbai and Pune. This leads to a rise in incidents of rape and other atrocities. This controversy arose as people across India were participating in rallies to support 1 Billion Rising, a global campaign that seeks to prevent violence against women. 1 Billion Rising has 6 events planned in Delhi alone. All of them were on Valentine's Day. In 2009, Hindu extremists attacked couples seen publicly expressing affection on the holiday. 2 couples were reportedly forced to marry on the spot by the extremists, while an angry mob attacked a brother and sister they mistook for lovers. Some activists even burned several shops down just for carrying Valentine's Day cards or flowers. But this year, the New York Times said that some extremists in India may have stayed home for Valentine's Day. This is because despite the threat of violence, the activists were simply unable to stop people from celebrating the holiday in years past. The Valentine's Day protesters have even sparked pro-Valentine's Day events in parts of India, and according to some, the attacks have only given Hindu extremists a bad reputation.